Morning, guys. It's Thursday morning. It's the end of my work week. Definitely one downside to being your own gig. I'm sure everybody knows this. If you haven't, for you guys getting ready to start, be aware of it. I feel like crap this morning. I woke up hacking, almost throwing up, stuffy. I'm all hopped up on Dayquil and coffee, and I'm still not feeling very hopped up, so still got to get out and do it. Nobody here to do it for me, so I've only got 4 to do today. One's a little large, but since I got those new blades on the Cub working, hopefully this thing, excuse me guys, I'm trying to drink Coke now on top of everything else, just trying to get enough of something in me to get me hopped up. Yeah, the new blades on the Cub. Try that out on mulching. Those old blades, even though I had sharpened them, they're just not taking a good edge. They've been sharpened a billion times probably. I mean, that mower had like 500 hours on it when I got it, and that's if he had it connected all the time. Stupid people on bicycles are pissing me off. I'm gonna be grumpy today. I can already, I feel it. I'm not very nice when I don't feel well, especially that. I don't know. Anyway, those blades have been sharpened so much that man, who knows how many times? Because there's probably a good 1/4 of an inch of metal gone. And I didn't realize that until I set them against the new blades and saw how much bigger the new blades were in the same OEM. So, or they're the same number. They're OEM blades. So, yeah. So hopefully these new blades will help that mulch better. They're not mulching blades. They're high lift blades. So we'll see. I really don't feel like bagging today. I just want to get in and get it done. I may even push one of my yards. It's a house that's for sale, so no one lives at it. I may push it off till tomorrow, depending on how I feel when I'm done with the ones I have to do today. The other 3. I just have no energy, man. Sorry guys, I just saw a huge flag they got hanging up by the power station here. You know, today's 9/11. So prayers and thoughts out to the families. 9/11 was the whole reason I went back into the military and did some Iraq time. But anyway, because I'm just rambling this morning, man. Like I said, I feel like poop. Head's all swimmy. No events this week. Not really. I mean, I'm bickering back and forth. I think I got suckered by a customer. I won't know until the mail runs on Saturday. My Monday cut. I broke my own rule of, billing every other week. He's always been a slow pay, so I usually get to about the 4th mow before I get paid for the first 2. It's been that way all season, so I didn't think anything of it. Figured it's going to be the same. I contacted him over the weekend. Hey man, just heads up, we're going into the 4th mow, I'm dropping another invoice. That's 2 invoices behind. he just starts sending me all these messages how he's always thought that he's paid ahead, and you know, excuse me. So I don't know where he came up with that. I was like, dude, you've never paid ahead. Then he requested he wanted a statement of all services this season, which I use QuickBooks Pro, guys. Keep whatever program you use. You freaking do it on Excel. It's all up, you know. It's how much money you want to spend or whatever. Keep track of people paying by check, man. Keep track of that, because that's what he asked for. He wanted me to prove on when I invoice and when he pays, and, you know. And like the first 3 or 4 entries I had for him, I didn't have check numbers down, but they were like April and May stuff, so he really can't hold any water with saying, wow, there's a check number here. Dude, that's freaking beginning of the season crap. So yeah, just make sure that's a tip. That's what we can do for this week. Tip, make sure you're keeping good records. I mean, I know a lot of people run under the table, and that's fine, man. It's whatever, how you do you, I do me. Just remember, man, just keep track of your stuff. Get people pulling this hokey crap at the beginning or the end of the season. So I went ahead and mowed him. So now I have 5 mows, because he was like, oh, okay, after I sent him that statement, he was like, okay, I don't quite understand your statement. I showed my statement to somebody else, and I was like, hey, does this make sense? And they're like, yeah. It's just, if you guys use QuickBooks, then you know the statements that QuickBooks prints out. I didn't change anything. You know, it shows invoice date, due date, payment date, what check number or whatever. The payment, how much the payment was. So anyway, he's like, well, I got a check for you in the mail covering those 2 invoices. I've just paid it. So, because he pays, you know, the bank electronics junk, and that's always been his excuse for the late payment. Was hey, I pay it and the bank doesn't get it out till late. Well, man, that's BS. I got another customer. It's on the same day. Actually, I mow her lawn right after his, and I don't hang an invoice on her door. I email it to her. So she doesn't get the invoice until she gets home from work, which is 6 o'clock at night. And I get the payment on Wednesday. So he can't hand me that crap. No, not the bank's fault. So anyway, I haven't received the payment yet. So it looks like I may have gotten the big old shaft. If I don't get it by Saturday, obviously I'm not. Dude's crazy if he thinks, or I'm already crazy for being 5 mows into it. But yeah. Then I got another one. She always needs nudged or reminded. You know, I'm like, hey, you know, where's your last invoice? She's like, oh, let me go get that, and then she'll write a check for the last 2 invoices, and then the day I'm there, you know, every time she does it, she catches all the way up. So that's cool. Just means I have to go change on my calendar when she's going to be due again, because she'll pay the day of, and then I'm like, well, crap, now it changes your billing cycle. But you know, hey, I'm not turning down money over that. And then I got another one, and she always needs a nudge also. And last time I let it go 4 mows, or I was showing up for the 4th mow, and she's like, oh, I'll leave it out back. I just forgot to mention. Okay. And she caught all the way up. So fine. So I emailed her last night. I'm like, hey, she's one of my today mows. She's the cub mow with the big hills. I was like, hey, I'm coming out today. So, or tomorrow. I sent it last night. I was like, I don't know if I always try to word it to where I'm not sound like I'm beating them up. I was like, hey, I'm coming out to mow. I don't know if you've mailed your invoice off yet or not, for the last invoice. I was like, if you'd like to leave it on the back porch like you did last time, I'm fine with that. That way it saves you a stamp. That way, I was like, I'm sorry I'm sending this out so late. I should have sent it out earlier. And that way it sounds like I'm not just hounding her. And so she replied right back, hey, yeah, I'll leave it out back, same place as last time. And of course she had to point out something I was doing wrong, which is fine. She has some tree trimming, or some trimming around. She's got some trees and the growth goes all the way to the ground on the limbs. So apparently she's peeked under there. And I don't trim all the way up to on those. I don't trim all the way up to the trunk. You can't see under there. You have to crawl under the tree to see. So anyway, she goes, hey, can you get your trimming a little closer to the trees? Okay, I can do that. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's fine. Then she says, also I want to, do you do bush trimming? She got a lot of bushes, a lot of trees. She wants me to get her the bushes out front. I was going to. I do a little bit of hedge trimming and stuff for some of my customers, but I thought about it and I was like, man, I'm already nudging her as it is. And her last lawn guy, whether he was being honest or not, stopped and told me the reason he wasn't mowing her anymore was because she failed to pay him a bunch of payments. And she let her get he's a pretty big company, but he said she got almost an entire season behind. I don't know why you'd ever mow somebody all season, no incoming, unless your bookkeeper is that horrible. But anyway, so I don't know if there's any truth to that. Probably a little bit. She tells me she fired him. He tells me he dropped her. I don't really care either way. So yeah, so I was like, alright. I need to nudge her. I didn't want to get any deeper into money with her, just in case there's any truth to it. I'm getting to that slow down point anyway. School's going to be starting week after next. Got all my books for school. Alright guys, it's just before 11.
93.7
I was on my second lawn. The one that I was talking about earlier about having a nudge for payment and the bushes and blah blah blah. By the way, feeling better, got myself moving. That's all I needed. Ain't no cold gonna hold me down. Anyway, I show up at the second lawn and go to the back porch. There's a check. Not only is there a check for the invoice, there is a prepay that'll cover the next invoice. So, in essence, so I go, and her lawn takes a while. I haven't mowed it yet. Showed up, there was a check. I trimmed, I edged, made sure I got closer to the trees. Which hey, that was valid. I wasn't going out of my way to get all the way up to the trunk. So that's fine. I fixed all that, trimmed it up good, trimmed the property, edged the property, pulled my mower out, pulled the cub off, click. That's all I was getting out of it. Just a little click. Well, not even a click, it was like half turning. Oh, I hope it's a battery. Anyway, I loaded it back up, loaded all my crap up, and head back to the house. The other two lawns I have are, I mow with the 21. A little extra mileage I got to put in now. But we'll run back to the house, drop the cub off, put it on the charger. I have a spare battery in the garage, but I don't know when the last time it had set on the triple charger, so it's probably freaking out of juice too. But yeah, so I gotta go back to the house, throw this mower on the charger. I'll run out and do my other two 21-inch mows. Come back, get the mower, head back out to this property and finish it. I don't know. Alright. So it's 3:30, I think. Not too bad, considering there's a whole lot of running back and forth to the house. It was just the battery was just dead. I don't know what's up with me and batteries. But anymore, this is the only lawn I mow with the Cub, and so it sets a full week. I don't know. I don't remember if that's a new battery. I thought that was a new battery at the beginning of the season, but hell, I don't remember. Maybe. Yeah, so I just mulched it. I didn't do any bagging, so it only took me. It was only an hour to mow it, but man, it saves me so much time. Bagging that, I like the Cub Cadet mower, but bagging with it can be a pain. It's one of those cloth bags that has the. I don't know if I've actually detailed out showing how the bagging system on that works, so it doesn't just pop on and off like a push mower bagger. It's so maybe I'll do that this weekend. I don't know. Do a little quick bagging thing on it. So yeah, on the way home from Costco. So I checked the mail this morning. My last account that was really overdue. The one the guy had me for 5 mows. I hadn't emailed him yet and told him he was suspended. I was just not going to show up. He wasn't going to get the you're suspended whatever. Just in case his check was in the mail, I didn't want to piss him off before I got it in the bank and have him cancel it or something. So anyway, I got the check today. He paid. He's current. Kind of have mixed feelings. One, I was already, he was behind a little bit. A lot of bit. I don't know. So I was like, well, at least I don't have to deal with him anymore. Now he's current. I got my money. Good. Still have to deal with him. I'm not going to drop him. Not for just the cause. Oh well. Is what it is. I'm going to be sending you one of you guys that's got the GIE set up. Either Tennessee or Geek or Spencer, or I guess all three of you guys are checking that email, because I'll probably just send it to that email. I got my email from Bobcat this morning giving me their booth numbers and stuff, because I was planning on, I wanted to go, so I was getting some information. With the booth number, I want you to check out give me an honest lawn care guy. I've got the inside booth number and their outside, their demo booth. I want you guys to check out the 36-inch freaking hydro walk behind Bobcat for me. Run it. Which one of you want to? The hell is this clown doing? Beat it up for me out on their testing grounds. Let me know what you think. I have a Bobcat dealer that's about to run one through the paces. Maybe do a little video on it and give me an honest opinion before I dump a bit of cash. So yeah. Anyway, you guys have a good weekend.